Can you say cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs? Child, what in the world is going on? Everybody crazy, child. I said Kane must be putting down some good loving on these two ladies. Not only Chantel is crazy, Dana is crazy as well. They give a backstory to Chantel first being pregnant as a teenager. And Chantel, her mom is trying to comfort Chantel because Chantel is upset and she's missed her father who been out of the house for 2 years. And while Chantel is sitting on the bed doing her sketches, her moms tell her to stand up so she can measure her. And while she's standing up, her mother is telling the story how she met Chantel's father. Chantel's mom was like, I was 18, pretty, shapely, and naive. And your father was a smooth talker. And she got pregnant with Chantel. And she was saying to Chantel what her mother said to her, that she only have 2 options. You can either go down to Dr. Donna's clinic, or you can marry Daryl Lick Dick. I'm sorry. That was funny. When she said that, she had me cracking up. She proceeds to point at Chantel's stomach and says, one thing you're not gonna do is curse my bloodline. What a bastard. So, what are you going to do? Child, that's a lot for a teenager. For a teenager to handle. Okay? So at this point, everybody is delusional. Chantel is delusional, Kane is delusional, and Dana, the side piece, is delusional. And everybody is giving me, nobody took their medication today. Okay? Nobody took their medication today, honey. Because they is going cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs, okay? Like, what is happening here? Chantel gets arrested and she is in the precinct getting her mugshot taken and her fingerprint taken. So, Kane is furious that his wife got locked up, okay? So, he drives by the side piece house unannounced, okay? Demanded she dropped the charges, and she was like, oh, she tried to kill me and the baby. And Kane was like, cut it out. She ain't trying to kill you and the baby. Kane got big kahunas, honey, because you know what he did? He threatened Dana. He like, you got another thing coming. If you don't drop those charges, I'm taking my baby. He threatened to take the baby away from Dana if she do not drop the charges. And he like, you're delusional. If you think I'm going to allow you to raise my child, it's me and my wife going to raise this baby. I like, who's delusional one? First of all, Dana is a way better woman than me because she agreed to those terms. If it was me, I like, hell to the no. I like, first of all, you don't drop by my house unannounced. That's one thing. If you're going to come and visit, you make a phone call, first of all. And I said, as long as this baby is in my womb, this is my child. Now, if you want to co-parent, we could do that if that's what you want to do. But one thing you're not going to do is think you're going to take my baby away from me. Because see, the first thing I would have said, baby, because he mentioned he was going to get lawyers. And he like, if you want to try me, let's try me. And I would have tested his bluff. One thing you're not going to do is threaten to take my child away from me. Okay? I'm like, I'm getting the strap, honey. No, not I'm strapping up with lawyers. That's what I mean. I'm strapping up with lawyers. Even if I had to summons the dead Johnny Cochran from the grave, honey, I need all the spirits and a good dream team. Okay? Like, no, boo. I will fight him in court with good lawyers. And I said, third of all, you must be delusional if you think a judge gonna give you custody for being a murder suspect and your wife is on drugs. What you think a judge gonna grant you that? And then I said at the end of the show, I said ain't nobody deserve the babies. And I said, first of all, what if there is no baby? What if she just playing around? Because the girl, Dana, is crazy. I like, what if she just saying that? Because she gets the vibes of the one that flew over cuckoo nest. I'm telling you, she give you bad vibes. Dana is crazy, son. Yeah, I like, what if there's no baby And then, and I like, first of all, we gotta see if there's a baby. First of all, that's the question. But I like, you do not come into my home and threaten me you gonna take my baby. I would have opened the door and I'm like, there, the door is right there. I'll see you in court. Okay? Like, no, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. Now, I'm beginning to side-eye Milan. I really like Milan. But the way he moving on this episode, I really didn't like it. Cause I said he brought Avery to his house to give her a tour. Cause he is really feeling Avery, okay? And I do like these two as a couple. But at the end of the day, the way he move is like, I'm suspicious too, honey. So, Avery's phone is blowing up, okay? Because her boss is on the internet and it's spreading like wildfire that she got a mugshot, she been arrested, and she want to check her DMs. And Milan, as a man, is taking charge, honey. Took the phone gently, okay, and said he like, what we gonna do from now on, we gonna start doing affirmations. We were gonna start on positive vibes together. Which I did like that. He was including her in his life on a daily basis. Especially, he wanted to go boat sailing with her, okay? And he is like, the new concern is me. He like, there is no work before 8 o'clock a.m. And then, my girl was looking at that bed. Avery was looking at that bed behind. She like, forget all that. When we gonna get to the bedroom? Alright? She wants some Milan, okay? And then Milan phone just goes off. And he just say, hey, I'm gonna send a car for you. The door locks behind you. And he just takes off with no explanation. I like, girl, I would have been mad too. I would have been mad. Child, you leave, you don't tell me where you going. That is the issue for me. But they actually resolve this when they get back to the office. Okay? And at the office, they have a powwow at work. He like, are we doing this now? And we like, first of all, we at the place of work, at the place of business. You understand why we talking about this? And he was like, you gonna mess it up? Avery was like, I'm gonna mess it up? You're already messing up the relationship because you're not communicating about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Avery was checking Milan, okay? And then she began to fantasize, which I thought it was really happening, but it was her fantasy when Milan got up from the chair and locked the door and bent her over, okay? Let me tell you, she want the fire, the sexual desire with Milan, and she ready to get it popping with him. You understand? She ready to get it. As she come to from her fantasy, she snaps back. And then he like, you spicy right now. I'm mild. You extra spicy. Yeah. She like, an apology is changed behavior, okay? And you're not doing none of that. And then Milan calms down. He was like, I'm sorry, okay? I apologize for not communicating. Yeah. She like, are you going to do it again? He was like, I'm not going to do it again. She like, that's better. He was like, go to your station before I ear spank your booty. You know she want to get spanked. Avery want to get spanked by Milan so bad. And the problem why I have Milan, this is not the first time he did that. Because when they was in the office and Izzy was having a bad day, instead of him communicating with Avery that I'm going to go check on Izzy because it looked like she having a bad day, he just left Avery there and went to Izzy. Like, I didn't even like that. Like, he didn't even communicate with that. So at the end of the day, we gonna see where the relationship go because Milan have communication problems. At the end, they resolved it at the end of the show, and it comes out that Milan actually has a child, and the mother was watching the child. And I'm more curious what happened between him and the kid's mother, that it didn't work because Milan actually seemed like a nice guy, but Chantel was narrating that how the side chick always want to be the main chick. I said, to me, none of these ladies want to give up Kane. They both want to have them for this, so. And I said, Kane ain't even worth fighting for, okay? He just a mess. And I like, they all a mess. They all probably deserve to be with each other. And and become sister wives. Cause they all crazy. They all freaking crazy. In my eyes, Chantel is the wife, but in reality, she's a shy chick too. Because baby girl, you're sharing your man with another woman. Okay? So, at the end of the day, that's not a prize to me. A prize is when you have your man all to yourself. A prize to me is when your man is into you. A prize to me is when a man make you feel like you're the only girl in that room and nobody else exists. That's just my opinion. Making his woman feel special. To me, that's a prize. I like when a man treats you right. A woman ain't got no choice but to fall in line. Because you doing what you're supposed to do. Some people might not agree with what I'm saying. They might disagree. But that's just my opinion. You heard me at the end of the day. Okay? Chantel is in her office, right? And she has a flashback to where she went to the abortion clinic and she could not go through with it. And when she came out of a doctor's office, the mother looked it like she was disappointed. And I was like, oh my God. But one thing I like, she hugged her daughter. That was a positive for me. When her daughter came out the room, she hugged the daughter. But Chantel was not able to keep the baby because you see her on the couch and the mother says, you've been laying down for 3 days. And the mother is telling her to get up. She like, it been 3 days because Chantel gave her baby up for adoption. So that made Chantel depressed. I believe the mother made Chantel give the baby up because Chantel did not marry the guy who got her pregnant. That's just my opinion. And Chantel really didn't want to do that. I believe she really wanted to keep her baby, but the mother was against it. And I said the mother could be very overbearing sometimes. Chantel is relaxing. And she just standing over her, just being annoying, saying, oh, you met my checklist, you lost weight. I'm like, your checklist? What's she talking about? And she's standing over her saying, you lost weight, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're talented and stuff. And I'm like, at this point, as a mother, instead of her daughter meeting her checklist, she should be holding her daughter and consoling her, saying that everything is gonna be alright. And I say, if this show is renewed for the 2nd season, I want to know if Chantel is going to go on the search to find her biological child, to see where her child is and want to be in the child life. I said, Izzy busts into Chantel's office and Izzy is going off. She like, why you didn't call me? Why you didn't tell me? You know, Central don't play about me. She's like, I could have helped you. You know, we got barrels of dirt in the backyard. Yeah, Izzy is thinking the worst of why that Chantel could have got arrested. And she think that Chantel killed Kane. My God. Chantel's like, stop right there. I did not take out Kane. If I was to do it, I wouldn't get caught doing it. I said, a lot of them say that and get caught. She was like, I got arrested because I destroyed the side chick property, her house. And she was like, can you believe Kane bought that house and all that stuff with my money? My money? If I was a side chick, Chantel would be rebuying all that stuff all over again with her money, okay? Because you can't go into other people's houses destroying their property. If Kane bought Dana all that stuff, baby, it is deemed as a gift, honey. And you cannot destroy somebody's gift because they took your money and bought it for her. So Izzy is like, no judgment here, but you need to leave Kane. And this is what I don't like about Chantel. Chantel don't like when you mention her flaws. If you mention her flaws, she gonna come back at you. How dare you point out my flaws when you got flaws? And when she mention your flaws, it's like sticking a dagger in your heart. Like she do that so she could hurt you real bad so you could feel her pain or something like. Because Izzy was so concerned, she was like, you should leave Kane. And I'm thinking Chantel was really concerned about Izzy because she grabbed her arms and rubbing it. Like she really concerned. She's like, I know you love me. The way she was rubbing her arm. I cannot with her. And she grabbed Izzy's arms and snatched it real hard and stuff and looked down to her eyes. She said, let me know when your man stopped beating you. And you could tell Izzy felt hurt. She felt hurt when she said that to her. And then you could see Izzy lowering her head down like she felt embarrassed. I'm like, how dare Chantel do that? How dare you? Let me tell you, if you know somebody is beating her butt, why you don't get her help? Because Chantel is like, how can Santa Marie help me and she letting you get your butt beat by your man? I'm like, well, if you know she getting beat, you too letting her get beat too. Okay? You allowing her to get beat too. I like, if you in an abusive relationship, whether it's a man or a woman, get out of it. It's no good. I like, your life is important and you matter. Don't never think you don't matter. And Izzy just got out of, she just got out of there. When Izzy was saying that, Chantel was having flashbacks to where they was walking in the park in California and how Kane popped up with the seed money for her business. I said that seed money is the money that Kane stole from Bishop, and Bishop came to collect, honey. Chantel was at the House of Vicious getting interviewed by a man, how she got into fashion. And the story she was giving sounded crazy, okay? She just sounded crazy. It don't even sound like a genuine story. She was like, when I was a little girl, I worked hard. I would design, then I was in 6-inch heels, and then I was in kindergarten, and then I started doing for people, and people, I like, girl, she sounded crazy telling her story. While she telling her story, Kane looking at the monitor in the back. Look behind him. I call him Big Bishop because this man is big. He's big. Even when he was standing behind him, you can compare Kane and Big Bishop. He towers over Kane. Okay? So that is significance that Bishop is strong and powerful. And Kane is like a small weakling. You know what I'm saying? Because when he turned around, let me tell you, Kane looked shook. He looked shook when he saw Big Bishop. Yo. At the end of the day. No, Kane like, how did you get out of prison? Like, when Kane asked Bishop how he got out of prison, to me, inside of Kane, he probably knew Bishop should have not been out. So how did he get out? Because he set him up, right? So he like, if I set you up, how the hell you get out? That charge was supposed to stick like for a lifetime. I'm just saying. That's what I get from that. And Bishop was like, I come to see what my investment is because the streets are talking that you use my money to invest in some top fashion line. And Bishop is basically saying, how could you did that to me? I was loyal to you. I taught you everything you know, even to trap Chantel for her money. And you do this to me? Let me tell you, Kane was scared. And then the whole time, there was a white producer and listened to everything. You should have saw his face. He's like, oh my God, these people really talking like this in front of people. The man put his headphones on. Yo, it was crazy. Was so shook. He went to go see that lady that he had a meeting with. I don't know what that lady do for a living. I don't know what she do for a living, but I guess she's in charge of the finances because Kane want to sell the stock for a short term to get a profit, and then he's like, oh, I could buy it at a low when the stocks are low. The lady said no, the stocks are high right now. People are buying the stocks and we're not gonna do that. She like, why are you so eager to buy the stock now? Do you think the market gonna crack? Cause she's like, if you know inside information, that's inside trading, and you could go to jail for that. I think she just said that to scare him so he won't sell the stock, because that lady knows something. Cause when Kane was disappointed, he like, you always told me, oh, the stock is going down, now I'm trying to do something about it. She said, girl, because of Chantel shenanigans and you, the stock market is going up. Back at the office, Chantel was talking to that man. She started tripping again. She started thinking about her mama, this, that, and this. Kane all that she went through from a teenager. And let me tell you, she like, how can I fight these thoughts? How can I fight these thoughts? These thoughts are flooding her mind. How can she control these thoughts? What Chantel was saying was some bar. She was like, monsters don't live under the bed, but in your head that torture your soul. I'm sorry, that was bars to me. I don't know who wrote that, but it was clever, honey. And at the end of the day, I think it's true. You don't want to live with the monsters in your head because that is not going to be beneficial for you. You want to have a productive, healthy lifestyle and getting the proper help that you need are healthy on the inside and that you're whole. That's all it matters. And Chantel did not do that. And my girl dropped to the floor and everybody screamed. They rushed her to the hospital. Jalen is with her husband, Sharif. I like, why I heard that name before? I say, ain't that Shawnee's son named Sharif? I like, why I heard that name before? Jalen is sitting down with her husband. They're about to give thanks over the food. And I don't know the prayer that he was about to say. I never heard that before. While she's about to pray, Jalen's phone goes off. It's going off. And she wasn't going to answer it. And it was going off so bad. Her husband said, just answer the phone, girl. Just answer the phone so that we could get back to usual. And she answered the phone. It's the crew telling her that Chantel is in the hospital. And when she gets off the phone, she tell her husband, I gotta go. I gotta go. Chantel is in the hospital. She was like, you don't understand. She need me. She don't have nobody else. And he was like, I need you. And he was like, I thought you quit. So why is you going over there? She was like, please don't let me feel guilty. He told her to go. And I said, Jalen has a good husband. She has a good husband. And I said, as for me, I would have compromised with my husband. Even though Chantel is my old boss, I would have had some sympathy for her being in the hospital. But this is what I would have did. I would have stayed with my man. I would have not went to that hospital that night. At the end of the day, before I would have went to bed, I would have said a little prayer before I went to bed for Chantel. I'm not going to rush to a hospital. There's nothing you could do. And I would have told the crew to keep me updated on her health status. And I would have seen Chantel in the morning. That's just me. That's how I would have did it. I would have had dinner with my man, went to bed with my man, and saw Chantel right in the morning. I feel like Sharif is gonna divorce Jalen. I think that's where it's heading toward. He gonna get rid of her. He like, why I need you? You ain't never here, so why we even together? Watch, I see a divorce for Jalen and Sharif. That's just my opinion. If Jalen don't turn it around. So Jalen rushed to the hospital and everybody is worried. Everything is going on. Kane tells Jalen that she's using again. So they wait and the doctor comes out and says she has some minor bruises for falling and some other complications. But Jalen gets up to tell the doctor to go over a statement on what she's going to tell the press. Because Jalen don't want to get out that she's using drugs. And then at the end of this show, baby, Dana, girl, the one that flew over the cuckoo nest. This girl is sitting in a whole wedding dress. Sitting in a whole white wedding dress, okay? Looking at Kane and Chantel on the news, alright? She is crying with tears in her face. She said, I know you love me. I know you love me. I know you're just confused. She like, it's that manipulated chick, talk about Chantel, that's manipulating you, alright? She turned you against me. She's sitting there like, I just wanted you to be happy, baby. I just wanted you to laugh and smile. She's standing up there. She don't deserve you. She don't deserve you. She don't deserve you. I'm like, wow. We going down this road. Wow. She was like, I know I should have taken her out. Like, I should have cut her and pow her. I'm like, oh no, child, she wildin'. She wildin'. She like, I wanted you to see that I would do anything for you. I gave you my heart. I gave you all of me, child. I need you to come back. Yeah, she crazy. She like, I'm your bride. I am your wife. I am planning our honeymoon. We're having a baby. As she's sitting down, she's holding her stomach, rubbing her stomach and stuff like that. And she like, that's something that she couldn't give you. She said, just like Avery, I'm not gonna let her get in between us. So I'm beginning to think, is Avery Kane's mother? Cause I'm still trying to figure out who the hell is Ivory. So I'm beginning to think Ivory is his mom that's sitting in prison. Makes me pray that I would never be obsessed with a man that bad that I'm sitting in the wedding dress acting crazy, child. That I'm going cuckoo, okay? I pray every day that God, I'll be obsessed with nobody like that, okay? Cause I thought that was just ridiculous. What I'm afraid of, if this lady does have a baby and she stares at the baby and the baby reminds her of Kane, what she might do to the baby, she might be saying some crazy stuff like Chantel mother be saying to her, girl, I can't even imagine this lady having a baby and she doing all this. I like none of these 3 people at this point need a baby in their life just for the safety of the baby, child. None of them. Not Dana, not Kane, or Chantel at this point. Until they get the proper treatment they need, then they can have kids in their life. But other than that, it's for the safety of the kids. No. No. So, Chantel is in the hospital bed. And she has a flashback up to her mother saying, "You've been laying down for 3 days. Get up!" Let me tell you something. House of Vicious is alright with me. I enjoy watching it. I hope you enjoyed this review. And I hope you watch this episode. I know you late. Why you be recording late like this? Cause I'm crazy too, child. I'm crazy too, and God knows it. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy.